When you're used to having power, civility is really not a part of your makeup. When you're used to having power, you don't have to be nice. You don't have to be kind. You don't have to be respectful. When you've never had power, the only way you can advance is through civility, through respect, through recognizing the truth of what is and imagining the possibility of what can be. My responsibility as leader was to take what had become a diminished caucus of 68, soon to be 60, and turn them into a force to make certain that in the politics of Georgia for the next 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, that we actually had a place at the table. Because the reality was we each were elected to represent the exact same number of people, 53,000. We were each called by our neighbors and our constituents to be their spokespeople. And there was nothing in our election that said that we were less than. We simply didn't belong to the party that had aggregated the most power. I believe that every voice should be counted in our census and that every person has the right to be identified and to participate. I believe the truth is the truth and should be told. But I'm not doing my job if I become the issue. I'm not doing my role in civility if my behavior undermines it. Again, when we take away our humanity, when we demonize rather than discuss, and when we refuse to accept that progress can be made that we may not agree with, but that enlarges the scope of capacity for us all, then we are not engaged in civility. My behavior will always be guided by whether or not I am making things better in the argument. But what civility and behavior, what respectful behavior means, is that I will never respond in kind. I will never take on the tropes and the behavior of those who would diminish me in order to lift myself or my ideas. Because while civility isn't silence, meanness is not success. But I believe that we are a great nation, that we are people who have been called to our spaces in the for-profit, the nonprofit, the public sector. I believe that we believe in our country and want its best outcome, that we should protect our democracy as Catherine Gale is trying to do, that we should defend our institutions because they make us who we are, but that we can always improve because that's in our charter. A more perfect union is only achieved when we believe both in the pursuit of perfection, but in the commonality and the civility of our union. And when we do both, we win. Thank you so much.